We are here with Dawn Wright, Chief Scientist at ESRI or ESRI, whichever you want.
It's all good.
So, you're a marine geologist, which
Yes.
is a very unique role, and I think something I want to dig into a little bit.
Okay.
So, what's some of the most exciting climate tech you've seen that impacts that very specific field?
Well, climate tech for marine geology is very fascinating because marine geology is about the study of the ocean floor, which is far away from what we consider to be climate. But at the same time, I work for a mapping company, and we map the ocean floor as well as the parameters that affect what happens there in terms of especially the heat on the bottom of the ocean. Heat on the bottom of the ocean circulates, especially from places where there have been volcanic eruptions or earthquakes, similar to what we just experienced here, in fact.
Like today.
But the ocean writ large is really an engine for climate. And so mapping any aspect of the ocean, from the bottom of the ocean all the way up to the surface, is really what's important. So the tech there are all types of mapping vehicles, the instruments that actually listen to the sounds in the ocean and how sounds are reflected. That's how we can actually map that part of the world.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, so I know based on reading some of your work and also some of the work that Heather Clancy has done talking to you is that oceans are a largely untapped resource for the climate crisis. I feel like you kind of spoke to that a little bit more. Are there any specific things that you want to see from companies or governments when it comes to like actually using the ocean to address the climate crisis?
Yes, the ocean is really buying us time in terms of the climate crisis. And so if companies could take advantage of that, for instance, the oceans are absorbing about 25% of the carbon dioxide that's emitted in the atmosphere, emitted by us. And so I think a really exciting area now is carbon dioxide uptake and how to do that effectively, safely, sustainably, how to take advantage of how the ocean is able to do that. The ocean is also a huge it absorbs 90% of the heat of the planet. So that is actually an alternative energy pathway as well. We can get lots of energy from that heat that is absorbed by the ocean. There is really interesting research that's going on now in terms of geothermal energy from the ocean. So, and of course we know about siting wind energy and wave energy in the ocean. That's really important as well. So I'm glad to see the industries going in those directions.
Yeah, it's incredibly exciting to watch. And my question is always, are there any misconceptions you see about the ocean and sustainability within the ocean, or I guess a lack of sustainability with the ocean that you want to clear up?
Oh my goodness, yes. A lot of people think that with the ocean it's out of sight, out of mind, and that we can continually dump things in the ocean. It's gone, the ocean takes care of it. So that is a complete fabrication, a complete myth. We're having all of this trouble with plastic, as we know, in the ocean. And one of the things that really struck me as I went to the bottom, the deepest place that you could go in the ocean this summer, is that we saw a small species of shrimp. It's an amphipod, and it's called Erythrines plasticus because it's the first species ever discovered with plastic already entrained in its tissues. So we're already affecting, everything that we do is affecting all parts of the ocean. So we've got to get away from this idea that we can just dump things in the ocean, certainly. But the oceans, for all the crises that they are experiencing, they're a huge source of solutions for us.
Wow. I'm looking forward to hearing more from you on stage later during the conference about the oceans. Thank you so much for joining us on Sidebar, Dawn.
Thank you very much.